Okay, Trinity team, I apologize, man. I just finished a jog in that hot sun, trying to keep this weight down, man. Before I start this week's episode of Road to Damascus, I want to explain to you guys that I did it a little differently. Usually, I interview people that are already on a Christian walk. But as Christians and as men of God, I think it's our duty to get outside of the church and go get those that really need it. The church have the message. It's just up to the church to follow it or not. But those outside the world, that's who really need to see us living, because sometimes we're their only representation of God. So I had the opportunity to talk to my brother Krypto Jeezy and listen to him. He gonna give it to you, and he gonna give you his perspective of what he think about Christians and what his exception of his definition of love is. Frederick Douglass said it's easier to rebuild strong children than to rebuild broken men. So with Trinity team, we're going back to the future, and I'm gonna build on that little boy that's inside of me and make him strong so we can help the future. But all 2023 know that Trinity team here to make a movement. Let's go back to the future. For the love of me, it's the root of all evil. To get me in abundance, some'll shoot their own people. Old and young alike, that's why we loot and sell diesel. Cause when that status change, you can tell it by ego. They say the green body can loosen the still walk, face full of dead men, but damn it, they still talk. In a simple speech spoke, get a printed tea soaked, a conceited chick poked to descending deep throat, a losing case of chance and my partner's cheap hope that they cases disappear like some fire street coke. And even if it don't, we can make this time memorable. The devil saying stick with me forever and I make you feel invincible. And I hear another voice that's telling me to pray hard, and the devil's only options is hell, jail, or graveyard. Feeling pressured by grown men to keep a facade and stay hard. That's that little boy inside of him that was bullied on that play yard.
Cigarette, smoking my cancer, drink the pain away, but I still have no answer.
Miss me with the bull, keep the funny mess piling, cause all the words echoed was dummy, pest silence. When all he really wanted was honeys, respect, guidance. So all he knows now is money, sex, violence. The rich and poor die alike, and only the soul lasts. And this the words that the Lord gave me on the road to Damascus.
This much I know is true, that God bless the broken road that led me straight to you.
Welcome to Road to Damascus. I'm doing this a little different. Usually I bring people in that's already been saved or on that walk. I know my brother believe in God, so I want to bring him here differently. And I see he with the long hair don't care today.
Yeah.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
I am Mr. Krypto Jeezy. I am Mr. YouTube Sensation of the Year. Let's just start there. You know, I put little names on it. Mr. Don't Press Play. Mr. One Call, that's all for my bro.
Yes, sir. So my first question, bro, I know you told me the last time that we talked about God that you didn't go to like church every Sunday, but you have a relationship with God because you know that's where the blessings from. So my first question, do you find consistency in like a daily prayer time? Or do you know in your heart like God hear you, or do you pray every night before bed?
I try. I ain't gonna say I'm consistent, but when it crosses my mind, or I have my little, I feel like when I'm talking to myself, I'm talking to Him. My blessings. I always acknowledge Him. I'm grateful. You know, when it hit me, I pray, but I ain't gonna say every day. You know. And I ain't gonna get no excuses. I just don't. I ain't gonna say I be forgetting. You can't come on. How you forget that? You know what I'm saying? It's just I just don't, man. I need to work on that.
All right. My second question about church, because I know you again what we spoke about, but do you think you will ever find a church here locally in Texas, or church is not really your thing?
I mean, it could happen. I ain't gonna say it's not my thing because you know, when he called for me, he just gonna call. I can't control that.
Right.
I know that much, but I done had some women that say, "Are you into church?" And knowing me for that woman, I'm ready to go and pray. You know what I'm saying? But it never got that far, and it might just take me to stumble off in there, and it just happens. So I can't call it. I ain't gonna say no, but I'm not against it.
Okay. And speaking of the women, is Mr. Krypto single, dating, or the women just womening? If
That's
that's a word.
I like the last one. The women is women, man. I I don't know I can't call it, right?
All
It's
right.
wild right now, bro. I don't want to say nothing because I might get this call,
Right,
and you
right,
know what
right.
I'm saying.
So I'm gonna go a little deeper. I'm gonna talk about soul ties. So what I believe when we have unmarital sex with somebody, you get a spiritual soul tie. And that's why we act like that person or that person act like us when they say somebody always catch feelings and there's no way around it. And I think it's because the soul ties that come along with that. So I want to know your views when it comes to like sexual partners. Are you picky on who you choose, or is it more so I'm going with the moment. I know I'm doing wrong, but right now I'm enjoying life.
I know I'm doing wrong right now. Like, I know, cause and when you say pick, I mean I pick for I ain't gonna just hit no any woman. I don't care if she just throw it at me. It's a lot that I done turned down, but I gotta have a connection first and foremost. It has to be a connection. I gotta have a liking to you, but I know like we giving. I think every time they say when you have sex with somebody, you give a piece of yourself to them. So I know that happens. So I try to I won't sound right. Hit it and quit it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right. So with that said, are there any other areas of your life you feel hindering you from like spiritual growth, or is it a more so I just choose to do what I want to do right now?
It's that more about choose because there's nothing holding me back. I know where I need to be at. I know how I need to be walking. It's just me being my worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? I know a time will come where I can be that right person or be the right man for not just a woman, for myself also. But right now I'm lost in the limelight, bro. I'm living life, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
All right, and as my brother, I'm again. I gotta be honest with you because I gotta answer to a higher power. So I'm happy that you enjoying life because you deserve because you work hard. But I still want you. I want to see you grow more spiritually because I don't want you if some God forbid if something happened today or tomorrow. I just want to make sure that you're so in the right place that we have to cross over to the next life. But I know what comes with the fame and fortune too. The ladies be ladies. So, my next question about the finances. Do you feel you honor God in the way you handle your finances? Because we could tie it without, and I ain't talking giving to a church. Because you could walk down the street and you could give money to the poor or to somebody at the corner, and as long as it's given with a good intent, then I think God honors that, sort of like a give back. So, do you have something that you do similar when you do you feel like you giving back to what you was blessed with, or?
Yeah, I do it on my YouTube. I'm always like, just for Mother's Day, I gave away $1,000, and it's not for the brag. It was just because these were some real genuine women. I know single mothers, and I think it was good because I made some of the women look at themselves differently and what kind of man they need to have around them. Because I'm not having sex with neither one of them, but I'm giving you money just to help you and your kids because I feel you're a great mother. But you got this man here that probably ain't even, made you feel worthy of being a mother that there. So I feel like just me giving from the heart made people see, damn, no matter what they probably done heard or what they might think, dude is a good dude. So I feel that's how I be giving back to people. And it wasn't for a return. I didn't do it for to buy friendships, to buy subscribers. These people, they there regardless of how they did it. It was
Right.
just to show appreciation and show like, well, I know you. It's just you and your daughter. It's just you and your kids here. Let me help you.
Okay. And I know growing up in a city, man, we all grew up in a church because mamas and grandmamas ain't play that. You was going to sit in somebody's church.
Right.
So my question is, do you talk to your daughters about God and going to church, or you more so let them make their? I know one is younger than the other. Or
So
you
the
let
oldest,
them,
I don't talk to her about it because I feel like I need to lead by example. So I let her. I mean, she know I know she's old enough and she's smart enough to figure it out on her own. But I'm gonna support her whichever way she go. But nah, I haven't sat down and said, you need to be right with this man and you need to do this. And my youngest, she 5, so and I know I need to do it with her because sadly her mother don't believe in the man up above.
okay.
So I know I'm gonna have to be more hands on with her because she don't probably even know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So yeah.
All right. My other question is, how can I put this, man? I know some churches get like a bad rap as well, like what my man did with closing the doors, telling people they ain't going nowhere, like the stuff with TD Jakes and Puffy and all that. So do you think some some churches get the churches that get a bad rap put a bad stigmatization on all the rest of them, or do you think it's those individual people that's making those choices?
I honestly feel people are being programmed, and I believe that with a lot of stuff because honestly, for me, just seeing that, like you said, the people you said, the man closing the doors, the thing with Puffy, the priest is messing with these young boys, the priest that had the luxury cars, the
Right.
big houses. I think they even said somebody I saw it on social media. They said they about to put on your credit if you don't pay your tithes. They sending out to put you in a credit bureau. So, I mean, somewhere it says you're gonna be faulted for not paying your tithes. So I think that's part of the reason why I'm not big on going, because I just feel like and I know it ain't everyone, but I ain't gonna. This might be a bad excuse. I don't have the time to go find the right one. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? So I think that does play a part, us seeing that, and that's gonna have our demeanor up as soon as we go to church. As soon as they ask for money, we're gonna like, here it comes. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, then that's the reason I asked that, because again, I want this to be real. I usually do it with people that are already Christians and walk in that walk. But like I said, this one, because I feel like it's more people out there that feel the way you feel, and I just want them to know the truth.
And it's gonna
So
be different. That's gonna be a good look.
right.
Yeah.
So Matthew 7:7 and 8 says, "Seek and you will find." So it's part of a broader encouragement to actively seek God's guidance and blessings, implying that persistent searching will lead to discovery. And I believe that. So I'm saying that to say how you say you don't have time to go search for what's right and what's wrong. I do believe when you open your heart wholeheartedly and you say, God, show me, or God, I'm ready, whatever the case, however you pray, because I don't think it's a right and wrong way to pray,
Right.
then I think God will reveal himself to you in that time, or whomever. So when people actively seek, then I think God is going to show his face in their walk. I do think the churches sometimes get a bad rap with the things that they do, because the priest shouldn't be touching little boys. You shouldn't be begging for money. It should be the opposite. The church
Right.
should be actually giving money to the people that need it. So if you picking up tithes and offerings, it should go back within the community or help the people that needs it, and that's what it's there for. And that's what I like about my church. So we have a tithe and offering, but he will have the food, have whatever you need, he's gonna provide, and he's actually walked the streets of Dallas and Fort Worth, like feeding people, paid for vacations, for church retreats, like out of his own money, and allow you to sell things like far as food and all that to recoup it. Okay. So for somebody that opened my eyes to a lot of stuff, as well as the spiritual fight, because it's like good and evil. But the problem with the church people is like most of them judge instead of actually following the ways of God, and I think that pushes people away. So that's why I asked you that. And my next question is, as far as how can I put it? You ever lost somebody? I know you interviewed me about my brother stuff. Have you ever lost somebody to the streets, like a brother, cousin, or even a best friend? Let's go there.
I haven't lost. Let me see. Nah, I haven't lost nobody that was close. Like I looked at like as a brother or something to the streets.
Okay, because I was going to ask you, do you think um, you would have a forgiving heart of someone that actually did that?
I know I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's
I know I could tell you now. I know I wouldn't.
right. So you know when I speak, that's why I say it has to come from a pure heart of
Right.
where I'm at mentally. So, but I was going to ask you that, like, okay, do you think you can forgive them? All right, hold on. Let me get back to my questions. Yeah,
Man.
that's OG Giggity there. I was gonna ask OG Giggity a Muslim question, but he partied all night last night and he too tired today to interview.
I gotta go to the. I gotta from 1:33 thing. I gotta go check my Amazon packet. That's why I want to sit down and make my packet. Now, if you be here at 3:30, we can do it.
We're gonna have to link up another time. All right. All right. So my next question, I know Giggity Muslim, I know Diesel Muslim. A lot of the brothers in the industry are Muslim. Do you think being a Christian does having, how can I put it, intertwining with the Muslim brothers, do you think we will win them over more by our walk and what we do, or more so of our words? Because I see a lot of Christians talking bad about other religions, right? Jesus Christ say, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. I believe that. I believe that's the only way to come to God. But I don't think it's a good approach to go out and forcefully, like religious gangbang or bash people just because they are of a different race, ethnicity, religious belief, whatever the case. I think you could win them more so over with love and your action. So what's your thoughts about that?
I have a different look at Muslims from being incarcerated with them and always with one as far as gangster. Seeing how he moves, he wears hard at, and knowing his past. Bringing me around the Rallos and just seeing how shout out to Fam Goon, how he take his brothers in, put them in a house nobody, and then he pays for everything. How they unite. I respect how they come together. They open their doors, and then I feel that they say God too. Like they don't just, you know what I'm saying, say they Allah. I hear Warlow say God. I see Gangster say God. So I feel like they're welcoming the Christians. I think the Christians have this. Not gonna say all Christians. Some, like you said, that do the gang banging. I don't feel the Muslims do that because they welcome. And I see this from the feds to the streets, how they just welcome everybody. And then and that's why I say this, that look against the regular churches, because when you go to these other churches, you got to see if they're gonna approve you to come in. The Sister Jenkins and all that.
Right.
So it's just different to me, and I kind of look more to the Muslims, how they move than the Christians, because how they forgive. That's their big thing, and I saw a lot of people that was in the feds ran to it because of what they did. They had to go to where they could be accepted at. But it's just the overall how they care for each other, man, and how they stick by each other. So, I don't see, like I said, I don't see the Muslims feeling how the Christians feel, and I feel like it's gonna take some time, because we already, like I said, I always say this, we program to look at people and think like we better than them and all that. So I'm up in the grass. I don't want to start nothing on that. You know what I'm saying? But you see where I'm going.
Right. That's why I wanted to ask you, because I wanted like a pure question, and we didn't plan Giggity walking in here, but it worked out just the way it was supposed to. So my next question, you've been paying attention to the Diddy trial, man? What's been going on or not?
I catch bits and pieces of it. It's certain channel like this YouTube channel, Players Sector, Cav, OG Cav. I catch it on there, and I see it in like I say, how we program social media.
Right.
That's my news. I don't watch the news. I don't click, so I catch what I hear it and talk. but I ain't big on it. But I'm just surprised at the stuff I'm hearing, and it's connecting a lot of people. It's gonna break up some happy homes. I see that now.
Yeah, the most definitely. Where I was going with it, and I was in contact with dude people, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to pay that price. He hot right now. The Punisher is what they call him, the male escort that Diddy and Cassie bought in, but he wanted 10 G's an interview, which rightfully so. That's what he's hot right now, so he getting it. Yeah. But my question is, do you think people would judge Diddy more so on the heinous acts of kicking Cassie and hitting her, or is he, or the actual evidence of a RICO act?
I think he judged from the video we saw, because we ain't seeing nothing else. We hearing stories and we hearing he say she say. So basically, when we saw how he handled Cassie in that hotel, automatically we was like he down bad. We heard it, and that's why I keep saying we be programmed. They know what they doing. They know how to dictate to make us look at him and view him before the trial even started. We saw that, and I'm even me like, damn, he messed over her, but we don't know what she did. Not saying whatever she did gave him fault, but we don't know what was the reason of him doing all that. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if she did something in the hotel, or, you know, sometimes a man could be pushed to the limit. And I'm not giving him no excuses. I mean, sometimes they got that mind frame where nobody could tell him nothing. But when we saw that case, and then when you hear the stuff like, okay, we see he kicked her, he did all this, but then we hearing she'll call him and say, I want to do this stuff. I want to, she calling her husband, watching, he watching them have, you know,
right.
It's so much to how we could fault him. All we got right now that he look like he wrong is the battery. The
Right.
sex, it looked like everybody was willing.
And he wasn't even charged with the battery. He was charged,
With the sex. But that was the seed they planted, so we could already have this, you know what I'm saying, judgment on him. He's the devil, he's mean, you know what I'm saying? So.
All right. And lastly, I want to touch on something that's very, very close to home, man. Antoine Massey and the other one that's still free is Massey and Derrick Groves, the escape inmates from New Orleans. Did you have a chance to look at Antoine Massey's response of his paperwork, and do you think that helped him or hurt him?
I did a video on him. I saw that. I said that's this content. You know me, I'm Mr.
Right.
Content. I said this content right here because he did a cry for help. What was good about it? He has the spotlight right now. We all gonna listen, and I seen people saying they could the right people are calling in and the right people looking into his case, and now he's getting some attention about what is he really supposed to be in jail or not. I think they escaped 6 months at the most, if I'm not mistaken. Probably, I mean, whatever they get on escape to what he was doing time on now, I'd take the escape any day. But it looked like if he would have never made that escape, we would have never knew about his case, so it brought some light onto him. Derrick Groves, he's smart as can be. We don't
Right, don't know where he at.
Don't know where he at. He, out of all 10 of them, 5 of them was decoys. They said 3 of them didn't have nowhere to go. They
got picked up in Bourbon Street.
Come get me. I ain't got no, and I knew from, you remember the movie the show Prison Break?
Yeah.
That made me want to go watch that again. That was a good show, and it showed, the one thing I learned from that movie when I watched it, you had to plan and you had to have money. You remember he got everybody that played a part. This dude had the money, this dude had the plane, whoop-de-whoop. What I heard from, you know, my people in the jail cells, they saying Grove got the money. So he able to, and it's looking like he's smart, he able to lay low and fall back and let this die down. He might get him a little year or two. It might run long if he's smart and stay out the way.
Yeah.
But Macy, when they said he was still in New Orleans, I thought he was the biggest fool alive. You know what I'm saying? I had to be honest. You still in New Orleans? Man, you worth 50 racks? Oh, man. Come on, bro. Get from down there. And I'm just being honest, bro.
But I don't think he there. I think the video was old.
They say he went live.
That was a live one?
That was a live video he did.
Oh, all right. It's another one that he had the Houston stuff on. I think that was an old video. You know what I'm talking about? You got to watch that one.
When it all white standing in front of the car?
Yeah, with the
Okay.
Houston, it's the
Yeah.
Rockets, and I think that one's
Yeah.
old to like throw them off. So they probably rushed here thinking he's somewhere in Texas.
So they said the one he did live, some family members called and told him where he was at. When they went to the house within 24 hours, the clothes he had on in the live was in one of the rooms.
Oh, that's probably Auntie, because she been going ham lately too. She been on all these
And
shows.
that was in New Orleans. So you mean to tell me you that bold that you went live and all, then he just dropped the, oh man, that's why I say, and I mean, it's bold and it's just cocky, that's how we is down there. You can't tell us nothing. But man, at a time like this, just chill. That's the best advice. And I don't want nobody, I don't think jail for nobody in their right mind except people that do stuff, harm the kids. You know what I'm saying? Them type predators.
Right.
But man, come on, man, stay low, chill, take till everybody forget. Cause right now they looking stupid. And they trying to make a turn on everybody. We gonna get you. So yeah, man, that's crazy.
All right. One more and then we can
Let's
wrap
roll.
up.
Got
So,
you.
all right. So my last question, they always say, Proverbs 16:9, the mind of a man plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. So I think like God meets you where you at, as your walk of life. Is why I call this Road to Damascus. So I think He is speaking to your heart, and I think eventually you're gonna get to all the places that I spoke about earlier. And I know because, like I said, there's a spiritual connection, and it's not just physical down here. So my very last question for you is, do you think it's a place for positivity on the internet versus the negativity that gets a lot more views and a lot more reception?
I feel it is, and that's what that's a good question right there, and I want to answer this the best way I can. I really feel it is a way for positive. That's what I'm trying to do on my channel. I don't want it to be known as negative. What is beef? Like you said, with you and Rashid, it's not a back and forth. I want this, he spoke. I mean, you spoke. He spoke. Now you spoke. If he won't speak again, it's not no tit
Right.
for tat. My channel when I do my lives, people, there's other sectors that's known for fussing, known for going at it. We not about to fuss. We on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all ain't even cammed up. Y'all behind the thumbnails. What are we doing? We grown. So I tried, and a lot of people that come to my channel, they say stay safe haven and stay peace. And I know it's gonna take some time, but my goal is I'm one of them people when everybody going their way, I'm gonna go this way. I know that drama, and Gangster told me this, they love drama, they love lies. I want to do something different, and that's just me. I want to show that we ain't got to keep doing it with the drama and the lies. I want to do it with just writings. I want people to come and be at peace, because that's my main thing. I be trying to push peace, and that means for me as a man, my kids, my family, and anybody around me, let's have good energy. And that's what I'm trying to bring to my channel. And I feel like it's gonna take some time. And I see they got channels that's doing it that ain't about just negative. They talking about positive stuff, just but it might take longer, because who wants to sit there and just be in a good mood all the time, right? You know what I'm saying? Who don't? We got these shows that is dramas, fighting. That's what we programmed to see. So when you see, I could go watch somebody fighting over here. I could go watch somebody just chilling, talking good. Where would I want to go? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel it's gonna take some time, but I feel like that's gonna be it's gonna be the choice. It's gonna show the type of people that's around you, supporting you. It's good people, that rather than people that want to see you get tore down and want to see negative going around in your energy.
And I think you halfway there now, because I was telling Dan Yeezy when I creeped in one of her lives one time on a crypto game. I was saying Grandpa used to say, dance with who brought you to the dance, meaning whatever works for you, works for you. I said, that's why I stay on a positive note. That's why I could talk about the C murder stuff and stuff with Rashid. Like you say, it's not beef, it's not a negative, it's us both speaking back and forth as grown men in an intelligent manner. And you guys speak on relationships, because most of your audience is the women. That's why crypto be cryptoing, man.
Right. Yep.
But I like the fact that you stick to it, and it's like, all right, let's talk about these relationships. Let's talk about what's going on, because you want a peaceful outcome to help men and the women in a relationship. And even when you're not around, I see your team, Britt. I see all of them go on there, and they keep everything going even when you're not there, and y'all ran like a well-oiled machine. I said, my boy got his team together, man.
You
They hold
always
him
tell me.
down.
You say you always tell me, and I love, shout out to the whole crypto gang, the first lady Peachy Blanco, my twin Crypto Breezy, Teller May Mel, Oso D. Um, yeah, it's they saw, I told them the plan, and they seen it like we about to do something different. And they all for that. It's showing that they have faith in me, they believe in me, and they respect what I'm trying to do. And I value them. The Dan Yeezy, how she come. I don't. And I said this yesterday. I don't see nobody on any other panel that got one person that'll promote everybody's stuff. That just as soon as you come, you can say, as soon as you see Trinity team, your YouTube coming right there after.
Right.
They have teams of people. I got one person that's loyal, dedicated, and every time she turn on anybody part of that crypto game, she gonna rock for me and put anybody. We don't care who you is. YouTube pays. Listen, I always tell them YouTube got enough money to pay all us.
Facts.
I'm not trying to step, and they got a lot of people that don't want to help this other. That's why I think people love and see what I'm doing. I'm pushing my whole team. You start a page. Because guess what? You might get bigger than me. Pull me up.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I love what we got going on. That's what I'm trying to do. My whole team. Shout out to all y'all. If I got anybody, y'all know it's all love.
All right, and with that said, we're going to wrap up, man. Until next time, the one, the only, Mr. Krypto Jeezy.
That's it.